Do you ever wake up in the morning feeling like your knees are made of rusty metal? Or maybe your hands are so stiff, you need a few minutes just to open a water bottle. If you're nodding along saying, "Yep, that's me," then you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to talk about something that can literally change how your joints feel. And the best part is, it's just one drink a day. That's right, you heard me correctly. I'm talking about natural solutions that won't tear up your stomach or break the bank like some of those prescription drugs do. Mother Nature has always been our best pharmacy, and when you understand how this natural healing thing works, it's a real game changer. The secret isn't some magic pill. It's about sticking with small daily habits that, together, make a huge difference in how you feel. Let's figure out together how a simple, natural approach can be your ticket to moving around freely again. Before we dive into specific drinks, I've got to tell you about something most folks completely overlook. Drinking enough plain old water for your joints. Think about your joints like the hinges on your front door. When you don't oil those hinges for a while, they start squeaking and get harder to move, right? Well, it's pretty much the same deal with our joints, except instead of oil, they need water. When you don't drink enough water, that fluid that keeps your joints moving smoothly gets thick and sluggish. That means more grinding, more pain, and more stiffness. The cartilage, that's like the cushioning between your bones, is made up of about 80% water. Just imagine what happens when you're running low on fluids. It's like trying to run your car without oil. For most people, about 10 cups of water a day is a good place to start. But remember, if you're active or it's hot outside, you'll need more. Here's a simple trick. Check your urine color. If it's pale yellow, you're doing good. Now let's talk about something your grandmother probably knew all along. The healing power of herbal teas. This isn't just some old wives' tale. It's real science that tastes good, too. There are some herbs out there that are absolute champions when it comes to fighting joint inflammation. Take nettle, for instance. I know it sounds scary, but when you make it into tea, it becomes your best friend. It's got compounds that tell your immune system to calm down and stop attacking your own joints. Willow bark is another natural treasure. It contains something similar to aspirin, but without tearing up your stomach. Making these teas is pretty straightforward. 1 teaspoon of the dried herb for each cup of hot water. Let it sit for about 10 minutes, strain it, and you're good to go. If you want to make it taste better, throw in some honey or lemon. The trick is making this part of what you do every day. Maybe swap out that second cup of coffee for a healing tea instead. Speaking of gifts from nature, we can't skip talking about turmeric. That golden spice that's basically like having a pharmacy in your spice rack. The active ingredient in turmeric, called curcumin, is so good at fighting inflammation that some studies show it works just as well as those over-the-counter anti-inflammatory pills. The difference? Instead of a list of side effects longer than your grocery list, you get a tasty spice that makes your drinks look pretty too. Golden milk has been all over the place lately, and there's a good reason for it. Here's how you make it. Take 1 cup of whatever milk you like. Regular milk, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever floats your boat. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a tiny pinch of black pepper, a small piece of fresh ginger, a dash of cinnamon, and honey to taste. That black pepper is key because it helps your body actually use the turmeric. Heat it all up together while stirring, and you've got yourself a cozy drink that works while you sleep. But don't stop there. You can toss turmeric into smoothies, soups, or even your afternoon tea. Now, I'm going to tell you about something that might sound old-fashioned, but is making a big comeback in health circles. Bone broth. Before you make a face thinking this sounds complicated, let me tell you why it's worth your time. When you simmer quality animal bones for hours on low heat with a splash of vinegar, something amazing happens. All that collagen, gelatin, and minerals locked inside those bones dissolve right into the water, creating this incredibly nutritious broth. Collagen is huge for your joints because it's literally what your cartilage is made of. As we get older, our bodies make less and less collagen. So this is like giving your body the building blocks it needs to keep everything working smoothly. To make bone broth at home, grab some chicken, beef, or fish bones. Toss them in a big pot, cover with water, add a tablespoon or two of apple cider vinegar, and let it sit for 30 minutes before you start cooking. Then just let it simmer on low for at least 12 hours. Yeah, it's a long time, but most of that is just waiting around. If you don't have time for all that, plenty of stores sell good bone broth nowadays. Just read the labels and pick a quality brand. Another nutrient that deserves a shout-out when we're talking joint health is omega-3 fatty acids. If your inflamed joints are like a house fire, omega-3s are like the fire department showing up to put it out. They work by cutting down on the stuff that causes inflammation while boosting the stuff that fights it. It's like they help your immune system and your joints call a truce. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna are your best bets. But if you're not big on fish, don't worry. You've got options. Chia seeds and ground flax seed are great plant-based sources. And walnuts make the list too. One easy way to get your daily dose is blending chia seeds into a smoothie. They soak up liquid and give it this interesting texture while packing in omega-3s, fiber, and protein. If you'd rather take a supplement, good quality fish oil can work, but always check with your doctor first before adding supplements to your routine. Most people do well with somewhere between 1,000 and 3,000 milligrams a day. You might already be drinking green tea and not even realize it's doing way more than just giving you a gentle energy boost. Green tea is loaded with antioxidants, especially one with a fancy name that basically acts like a bodyguard for your joints. These antioxidants work like a microscopic cleanup crew, sweeping away the harmful stuff that can damage your cartilage. Plus, studies show green tea can help slow down the enzymes that break down cartilage in the first place. It's like having a protective shield around your joints while you're just enjoying a nice cup of tea. To get the most bang for your buck, skip adding milk to your green tea since it can interfere with those helpful antioxidants. If you're not crazy about the bitter taste, try higher quality green teas. They tend to be much smoother. Here's a neat trick. Iced green tea keeps all its good stuff too, so you can brew up a pitcher and keep it in the fridge. 2 or 3 cups a day should do you right without overdoing the caffeine. And while we're talking about nature's amazing ingredients, I've got to mention ginger. This spicy root isn't just for adding zing to your cooking. It's a powerful natural anti-inflammatory that people have been using for thousands of years. Ginger has compounds that basically tell inflammation to take a hike. Think of inflammation in your joints, like a smoke alarm that won't stop going off. And ginger is like finally finding the off switch. You can use fresh ginger, powdered ginger, or even the crystallized kind. One of the tastiest ways to get it is making ginger tea. Peel a thumb-sized piece of fresh ginger, slice it thin, boil it in 2 cups of water for 10 minutes, strain it out, and add lemon and honey to taste. If you're into smoothies, tossing in a small piece of fresh ginger gives it a nice kick, plus all those anti-inflammatory benefits. If you've got a sensitive stomach, start small and work your way up. Here's the most important part of everything we've talked about. You've got to do this stuff every single day. You could know about every miracle ingredient on the planet. But if you don't make them part of your daily routine, it's like having a great car sitting in the garage collecting dust. The truth is, There's no overnight miracle when it comes to joint health. It's those small daily actions adding up that create real lasting changes. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't plant seeds today and expect tomatoes tomorrow, right? You water every day, tend the soil, and gradually watch those first green shoots pop up. Your joints work the same way. Some folks start feeling better in a few weeks. Others might take a couple months. The key is not giving up. A good strategy is picking one drink to start with. Maybe that turmeric milk in the morning or green tea in the afternoon. And really nailing that habit before you add anything else. Set reminders on your phone, write it on your calendar, or tie it to something you already do every day. Like, every time I finish lunch, I'd make my ginger tea. Small changes that fit into your real life stick way better than big dramatic overhauls that you'll ditch after a week. As we wrap this up, I want you to remember that taking care of your joints doesn't have to be rocket science or cost a fortune. Actually, some of the best solutions are the simplest ones. Clean water, herbal teas, fresh ingredients you can grab at any grocery store. We're not talking about some quick fix here. We're talking about building a lifestyle that naturally supports your joints. Every glass of water you drink, every cup of anti-inflammatory tea, every bowl of nutritious bone broth is like putting money in the bank for your future mobility. Picture this: waking up in the morning and hopping out of bed without that morning stiffness, or walking up a flight of stairs without your knees reminding you they're there. This isn't some pipe dream. It's totally doable when you give your body the right tools consistently. The best time to start was yesterday, but the second best time is right now. Pick whichever drink caught your attention most during our chat, and start today. Your knees, wrists, hips, and every other joint in your body will thank you for it. If this information helped you out, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our natural health tips. And hey, share this with someone you know who's dealing with joint pain. Together, we can help more folks live pain-free. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and take care of yourself.